Alright, welcome here to Midnight Motorsports at Martinsville. I'd like first off get out of the way here. Welcome my cohort in crime, Roger Wagner. Sorry, I'm trying to do about 5 things at once here. Welcome, Roger.
Thanks, Rudy. It's always a pleasure to be with you. And, as usual, we're going to see some pretty darn good truck racing tonight, I think. Especially here at Martinsville, tight little track where bumping and grinding is just kind of the order of the day.
Absolutely. Going to be a pretty good race here, I think. Hopefully the guys do kind of get settled into some kind of a rhythm. You know, we see this each and every week. These guys do put on a good race, but they've got this track here being a small track's got to set the rhythm for each driver. You know, we see in a bunch of different tracks that rhythm is very important, and this being one of them right here. Coming off the turns, you got to let it go to the wall. You got to make sure you do your throttle and braking management. If you use brakes, some guys won't use brakes. They like to let it roll through the corner. So hopefully we do see a lot of give and take out here today.
Well, this is one of those places that, just like I preach every week, you don't race the track, the track's going to get you. You can only race the other cars when you have to. The rest of the time you've got to race the track, or you're not going to go forward. You're going to be going home on the hook. And here it's all about rhythm. You've got to have some rhythm. You've got to be 100% concentrating all the time. You can't lose concentration for just a second here, because everything happens so fast. You make a mistake, 5 guys are in it. 1 guy up front of you makes a mistake, you're in it, and 3 other guys are in it with you. The whole thing ends up just being a mess. But when you get it right, this place is a blast to drive. And in these trucks, you can get by with a lot more bumping and grinding, a little bit of fender rubbing, maybe give the guy the old chrome horn in the corner, and they won't wreck nearly as easy as some of the other mods do. So we're going to see some of that. There's no doubt about it. We're going to see a little bump here, a little shove there. We're going to see some guys try to overpower the track and pay the price. It's just, you know, it's part of short track racing. And Martinsville brings out the best in everyone, and I say that tongue in cheek.
Yeah, this isn't your normal, you know, 1.5, 2 mile or 2.5 mile track. This is a short track. I believe this is 1 mile.
No, this is just a touch over half a mile.
Oh, okay. I guess I better get my track facts ready before I come in here. Yeah. Okay.
I'm watching our good buddy Tommy right now. I heard turning some laps in that MaxSpeedTV truck, and he's been struggling since he got here. Hopefully he'll get it righted, get everything going in the same direction as everybody else, and get that truck up underneath and make a good show out of it, so that we can put ourselves on TV just a little bit tonight.
Yeah, so the track, just to clarify, the track is 0.53 miles, so you're just over half a mile. So this is kind of like a glorified Bristol with no banking.
Well, sort of.
Sort of. Bristol, I think, is a little bit easier to run than this track.
Oh, I would take a Bristol all day compared to this place. This place is really difficult. You gotta really be gentle with everything. It doesn't matter. You gotta be gentle with your steering input. You gotta be gentle with your right foot. You gotta be steady with your left foot under braking. I mean, there's so much you gotta do all at once. And if you don't have a rhythm and you don't have that ability to keep yourself in check, you're going to find yourself on the short end of the stick every time here. This is going to be a short ride for you. Good practice times, though. I mean, 174, Gary Cloudinger. We're not surprised to see him on top of the board at all. Fast everywhere he goes, and really quick tonight. And Sean Butler right there behind him. The name we don't see at the top of the board, he's down around 8th place, Mark Russell. Odd to see him in the top 3 or 4, but I don't think he's been doing any qualifying. I think he's just been strictly working on his race setup since he's gotten here, and I don't know what we're going to see out of him in qualifying, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little something that I perceived out of Mark Russell, and I mean this in all respect. totally 100% respect for Mark. He doesn't show everything he has in practice. If you've noticed that, he likes to kind of hold a little bit back and keep people guessing. So he's one of the type of guys that does like to play the mind game. And we talked about this the other night. A couple of the guys that like to play that mind game. And it works.
Yeah, it seems like he just has come out and he's been steady. I mean, a 45 is still a good race lap. No doubt, it's a good race lap. It just doesn't seem like he's been as quick as everyone else. And, you know, he may be holding back, and that's good. It's good if you just unleash it when it has to be unleashed.
He's doing other things while he's out there right now, too, because we have seen Mark try to push the fuel mileage. Fuel mileage can be very important when it comes down to the end of this. What's the pit window on this track?
Oh, the race is right near it. It's between 90 and 100 laps. The race is 101, so yeah, he could be doing that. He could be trying to work it out, or he can get 105 laps out of that tank of fuel. I don't know for sure.
So you know, but anything's possible out here as these guys do try different things. I just don't see myself wanting to go 101 laps on the same set of tires, but I don't foresee us going the whole distance, you know, without a caution. So I think that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we're going to go running at least a couple of cautions, but I mean, who knows? And if that's what he's doing, and maybe he's doing it because he's saving the tires for later in the run. If we get 50, 60 lap run, he'll be the best truck in 60 laps versus, you know, trying to get a short 10, 12 lap burst out of it. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just not typical for me to see him not at the top of the board. You know, not to see him outside the top 5 even in practice is kind of odd. But hey, he's you know, he's always there at the end. He's always a fast guy.
Yeah. See, Tommy Lee has picked up the pace just a little bit there. He's got it up into 4th place in practice. So maybe that setup's starting to work for him.
Yeah, and maybe he is starting to figure it out. Maybe he's tweaking a few things and getting himself where he wants to be. And,
you know, another one I kind of think is sort of like the same type of driver as Mark Russell is David Robleski. David Robleski, I don't think he goes out here and lays down lays all his cards right down on the table. I think he kind of holds them for later on in the race, and we may see David get up there toward maybe into the top 5, maybe before the end of the race.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just kind of lets it come to him and goes. The biggest absentee tonight is guy in 2nd place in points, Brandon Thomas. He will not make the race tonight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know that as a fact. I talked to him earlier, and he was at a birthday party for a family member, and they decided to just extend the party and keep it going the rest of the evening, and he's not going to make it.
Oh, man. That's going to hurt, you know, in points a lot right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to hurt him in points, but his family first, and
that's right.
It's all good.
I you know, got to give him 2 thumbs up on that one because, man, you know, like you said, family does come first. As much as I do this broadcasting and things like that, I can't really say that all the time. My family kind of gets put on the back burner sometimes, but I have a very understanding wife, and she likes to do her things during the day, and I'm in here doing this stuff, and but we still spend a lot of time together, so that's important.
Getting ready to qualify here in just under 2 minutes. I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I expect to see Fighting on Butler, you know, those guys towards the top. Don't really know what all we're going to see for times. I don't want to speculate. I think most of those times we're seeing now are probably qualifying attempts, but I can't say for sure.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, these guys, you know, they get that, they want to go out there, that competitive thing, and lay down just a hot lap, you know. So, you know, you may see sometimes up there around where the guy is running practice laps, but usually the times do fall off pretty, you know, pretty consistently. They fall off for qualifying over practice.
Well, in this place, you don't get much of a pickup. I mean, a tenth or two most, but like I said, I'm not sure. There's numbers all over the board, so you know, it's hard to train. Everybody's between 19 and 1980, so 1916 and 1980. So it's, you know, it's not that far apart, but here a tenth of a second is quite a way.
Yes, definitely. As you can see, I'm way off the pace back there. But I just used to fix that up and went out, and I just turned a couple laps. I just kind of wanted to see how slick it was, you know, on the track. But
it's actually not bad. I mean, 66 degrees is going to create a cool track, which is a lot of grip. The wind isn't really going to be much of a factor, but the overcast skies, you're going to get more grip because the sky's really good. The sun's not beating down on the track, so there's a lot of grip in the track, and it's going to make for quite a bit of speed. Getting ready to qualify here, Rudy. I have to step away for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Okay, as practice comes to a close here, like I said, 0.53 miles for these guys. And let's take a gander at what they're going to be doing here in qualifying. And like Roger said, I expect to see a few of the guys up front there. Freidinger, very good in practice. Sean Butler, Tommy Lee. We've got some pretty good guys that are going to come out here and probably try to lay down a great time and get that thing on the pole. So let's check it out and follow through. Thank you for joining us here, MaxSpeedTV. We're watching the Midnight Motorsports running at Martinsville tonight in the Chevy Silverado trucks. Going to be running 101 laps. So stay with us, folks. All right, time's coming in now. As you see, Freidinger already on the top spot with a 19.1. Tommy Lee with a 19.2. So 1/10 of a second difference between them. Sean Butler 19.3, excuse me. Mark Russell with a 19.4. So after that, the times are falling off quite dramatically. This doesn't reflect how they're going to run in the race by any means. This is going to, you know, Freidinger could be up there with the top spot for the pole, but come race time, could be a whole different thing here. You know, these guys get out here and start beating and banging on each other, and hopefully it is a good, clean race for these guys. I don't want to see anybody getting taken out of the race, you know, especially early on. Doug Lemon's coming in with a 19.2 as well. 265, just under Tommy's 245, so really close. Sean Butler with a 365. So pretty close battle here for this top spot to see who's going to take the qualifying pole for tonight's race. You can check us out here at MaxSpeedTV. You can go to MaxSpeedTV.com and see our schedule. We got a brand new website up there for everyone. And you can see our race schedule there that we do broadcast right now 6 nights a week. Seventh night is kind of up in the air. We've got on Saturday nights, we've got a group that sometimes they don't even have 10 drivers in, and they run a 2.5-hour race, that being the Dogs of Endurance. And kind of a waste to try to broadcast for 2.5 hours and have less than 10 drivers to talk about it. Makes it pretty rough. So the owner and I have decided that if they don't get 10 drivers, I don't broadcast. So, you know, I don't want to waste his money. But we do broadcast guaranteed 7 nights a week. Right now, Maximum Speed Racing is off. They will be starting back on the 15th of this month, the trucks. And gosh, I can't even remember what race they start out on now. I'm the one that set the schedule up. But anyhow, so Tuesday and Wednesdays, they're off until then. But you can check out the rest of the schedule on the website. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. We do all of our broadcasting now up to YouTube in 1080p HD. So you're seeing some of the finest quality right here in broadcasting.
And it always looks good.
Sure does. It's like watching a real race to me. It just blows my mind sometimes, Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to see when I go back to watch them and put them in 1080 that it's really, really clear, really good looking stuff.
All right, so now the guys are starting to take to the grid. So we will go down here and see once everybody gets on the track. Freidinger going to be on the pole.
Right.
In the number
quick,
6.
That's fast. That was just a fast lap. 11.
Yeah.
1911. Quick lap.
Yeah, very fast. All right, Tommy Lee going to be starting on the outside of him in the number 20. In third, Doug Lemons in the number 70. Sean Butler in fourth in the number 88. In fifth, the number 9 of Mark Russell. In sixth, the number 68 of Rick Walker. In seventh, the number 50 of David Lancaster. In eighth, the number 32 of Brent Keith. In ninth, the number 25 of Lanty Jarvis Jr. And rounding out your top 10, the number 45 of Roy Hall. Roger?
William Tony in the 87 will start in the 11th position. The 19 of Scott Barkman will occupy the 12th position on the starting grid. Randy Angeline in the 47 truck in the 13th. 14th spot is David Robleski in the 21. Jason Sizlove will hold down the 16th position in the number 44. Ron Coles, a new name that I hadn't seen here before, Rudy, in the 33 truck will start 17th. Mike Vining will start 18th in the number 22. Nicholas Stone will start 20th in the number 29 truck, and Stephen Pearson in that brand new 83 POW truck, POW MIA truck, will start in the final position, 21st on the grid.
All right, get back up here to our pole sitter. Yeah, that was a very fast lap, man. Nobody even come close to that. Tommy Lee, I mean, actually was a whole 10th off of that, so that's a pretty good lap.
Yeah, he got around here pretty quick. Gary is really fast everywhere we go, so it's not really too much of a surprise to see him there. Can he maintain? Can he maintain on the long run? And if he can, you know, we're going to see him stay out front probably a good bit of this race, I would imagine.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, you know, like I said there, when they were getting ready to, or while they were qualifying, they were, if the guys can maintain it out there, like you said, you know, that's going to be the whole secret here tonight. Got to keep that rhythm going and, you know, keep yourself pretty much, you know, zoned into what you're doing. And I think we're going to see Freidinger do that. He is definitely one that does get zoned into his racing.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm happy to see that the truck we sponsor, MaxSpeedTV trucks on the front row on the outside there with Tommy Lee behind the wheel, looking to get this thing started from the front row. Maybe Tommy will bring that new paint in and put it on the podium right off the bat.
All right, well, get this thing going there, Roger.
You betcha. Here we go. We're going down into turn 3 here. Man, Gary Fradinger with this blazing fast lap. Tommy Lee on his outside. Pace car's off. We're just waiting for the flagman to drop the green. Down to turn 4, nice and even. Green flag's in the air and we're underway. Nice even start. Boy, he needs to get down off the high line. I know Tommy doesn't want to be up there long.
No, you'll get freight train. Doug Lemon's already on the inside of him. And it looks like he is going to take over that second spot from Tommy Lee.
Yeah, there was a good hole there for Tommy to drop into. Now the guy home on the outside is Sean Butler back here in 5th. And Lancaster's looking to take that away from him as Mark Russell's already cleared him going into 1.
Rick Walker did not make the grid, huh?
Caution, caution, caution.
Ooh, caution out already.
The 19 truck, Scott Bartman, around off of turn 2. Solo spin, no contact really with it. He hit the inside wall just a little bit, but no other trucks involved in that.
All right, we'll go back and take a quick look at this just to see what happened to Scott. And this is going to be the whole thing here, Roger. Is hitting your marks and make sure that you do slow up slow enough and don't lock up them brakes. Yeah, he just tried to pinch it down a little bit there. It looked like he may have checked up a little bit. Somebody had kind of slowed enough in the turn and maybe tried to keep it off of them in anticipation of the guy maybe coming down into him. So, but very unfortunate for Scott already.
Yeah, the main admin tonight, he's already dropped out, and he warned that he could. I don't know if it's because maybe they had storms in the air or something, but he warned that there was a possibility he may drop out of the race tonight. So he's already going to make a lap.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow, yeah, that's what I said. Rick Walker not making the grid.
Yeah, I don't know. He was supposed to start 6th, and he never did make it onto the grid. So.
Yeah. All right, so that is going to put Scott back in the field a little ways, I believe. What's him back to
18th?
15th. Well, I got him showing him 16th here, but 17th.
I think when he comes out, he's probably going to be about 18th position.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
18th.
the last running truck.
Yep. Hopefully he doesn't go a lap down here as everybody does come by pit road now. And he does make it out of there, so just in time.
And there was just a minor bit of contact with that inside wall. Shouldn't have been very much repair time. He should have been able to get that repaired and get back out before the pace car got to him. So that's good that he's going to stay on the lead lap. A little too early to be laps down in this race.
Yeah, I think that probably hurt his pride more than anything. Just that early to be the first one to bring out the caution. It's always a dreaded thing for these drivers. I'd never want to be the guy to bring out the first caution.
Or the last one.
Or the last one. Inside
you
of 5
don't want to be you don't want to be the guy that causes the big one. Basically, it's a really good idea just not to cause cautions, I think.
Right.
But that was a self-spin. We kind of touched on that in the pre-race, that self-spins might be, the thing, guys. Overpowering the track a little bit. We saw a self-spin already, so we got that out of the way. Now maybe we can get, 70, 80 laps of green in here.
All right, pace car ducks off. Fradinger bringing them to the line. Doug Lemon's on the outside. Tommy Lee right there in 3rd. And the green flag is out. Fradinger hits the gap. Doug Lemons gets a great restart on that outside, but that's not the line where you want to be.
No, and he's going to get a hole to get back in 2nd. Maybe Tommy's being a nice guy, but he probably could have stuck his nose in there and took that away real quick. Oh, we got a big wreck. Brent Keith was running back here.
Yes, sir. We will go back and check on Brent. and see what happened. There probably some contact.
Oh yeah, he got some help. Got some help from Roy Hall in the 45 truck.
All right, they just got the green flag.
And Brent Keith, bunch of rear end damage. He got hit and then backed it into the fence.
Roy Hall was hard on him right there. Oh boy, did he ever! Whoa.
Yeah, that's got 3 or 4 trucks damaged, but the biggest amount of damage, I believe, is to the 32.
Yeah, Brent taking a lot of damage on that. All right.
Randy Angeline caught some on the rear of the truck because the 32 got shoved into the back of him. So we need to kind of watch Angeline's truck. That might loosen him up just a little bit. Other than that, everybody else is coming down pit road to take time to get tires and get those repairs done.
Yeah, this isn't starting out though very good, Roger. Already second caution in the first 10 laps. So guys are going to have to settle down a little bit here to try to run some good laps. Want to get green flag runs in, but they're going to have to take it easy.
Yeah, that's kind of a situation. I just think guys trying to get too much too early. Settle in just a little bit and not be not be so aggressive. Let this thing settle in, and then if your truck's fast, you're going to be able to pass somebody. It's just got to settle in and be smart.
Well, only 101 laps here, and you don't want to wait around too long because the laps do click off pretty quick here. But still, you don't want to be one of them guys that's got to sit on pit road for 20, 30 laps trying to get damage fixed up, and you're missing all that race.
That's true. Laps click off pretty fast here, so any amount of damage, any significant damage anyway, is going to keep you on pit road for way too long. And even under caution, the laps come by pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, we've still got the top 11 trucks have not been on pit road yet. So just the back part of the field have come down pit road.
Boy, a whole bunch of damage on the left corner of that truck where he slapped the fence. David Robleski's already got damage. I don't know what he got into, but his right rear corner's messed up.
It's your turn to call this and get it going, Roger.
You bet I'll do it right here. Frodinger and Lemons bringing us in. Turn 3, pace cars off. Restart lap 14 off of our second caution of the day. Green flags in the air, we're underway again. This time Frodinger wasn't quite as asleep at the wheel as last time.
And Tommy Lee now trying to hang on here to second place, and he got a great run.
50 truck Lancaster.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw that when it started to happen. Got out there in the 25 truck. He got a little loose. Angeline was on his inside. The 25 truck of Randy Davis Jr. was really there on the outside. Didn't really do anything wrong. They end up just getting together, and Lancaster gets turned in front of the field. And Robleski hit him when he was stopped. Wow.
Oh, there he got into the back of Mark Russell, which is what sent Mark Russell out into Sean Butler almost. So, okay, I see what happened here now. Yeah, he just really got out of shape there after he hit the back end of Mark Russell, and he just never recovered from that.
Now, as soon as he had to break his momentum, everybody tried to take advantage of that. And when you try to do something like that, it's going to cause a big wreck. I'm telling you, the guy that lost the most out of this thing, and it was after it was already over, was David Robleski.
Yeah, that's too bad, man. I hate that for Robleski. He's definitely a tough customer out here, and to be taken out like that, man, that's just unfortunate for him. Yeah, that's kind of weird how that happens after the fact, you know. All right, so Freidinger's led every lap so far. And, oh, take that back. I take that back. Doug Lemons did get credit for leading one lap, as he must have had that nose ahead of him when they crossed the line.
That was on the previous restart, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Going to be the, what, 2 lead changes among 2 drivers?
Yeah, I think it was, he just had the nose just out past Freidinger there when they crossed the line, so he did get credit for leading one lap. So 2 leaders so far today. And this being caution number 3 already.
Yeah, we're just coming up on the 20% mark here, and we haven't run but about 4 laps of green.
Guys are going to have to settle down here a little bit and try to get some of these laps chewed down. Hopefully we see some green flag runs before this is over. And this is not where Tommy Lee wanted to start, but he's going to be on that outside. Doug Lemons is probably going to get a run on him and take over that second spot again. So those 2 battling back and forth. Pace car ducking in. Freidinger bringing him to the line. Tommy Lee outside. And green flag flies here once again. And we're back under green, running here at Martinsville.
Pretty good restart, though. They almost got the line exactly the same time, but the inside line is just going to have a good racing position here. And Lemons is going to keep him pinned to the outside. That's going to give Butler a chance to get by Tommy Lee as well.
Yeah. And I don't know, Mark Russell really looked like Mark was struggling with a little bit of a loose condition coming off of that turn, or he may have been up there in the mix with them guys.
Yeah, he looks loose at exit. And it may be because of his damage, it may be because he's just getting too much power down, but he looks loose at exit. There was smoke everywhere, but I didn't see cars sideways, so.
Tommy Lee got back by Doug Lemons. Sean Butler opened that hole up and got by him. Oh, Mark Russell into the side of Doug Lemons. No caution, though.
Lemons got her straightened up.
Good job. That kind of put Mark Russell up ahead of him, but not the way he wanted to get there, I'm sure.
Now, he kind of went in there, and Lemons was a little slow getting in the corner, and Mark gave him plenty of opportunity to get down. And when he did, he went in and poked his nose in there, and that's when Doug decided he wanted to get back to the bottom, and the spot was already taken.
Yeah, Mark's, well, he's going to have a lot of damage on that truck on that right front corner. He's got a ton of damage.
Yeah, luckily, unless he's got a tire rub, which it doesn't look like, it's not going to affect him a whole lot on that right corner.
Now he's starting to reel in Tommy Lee as Freidinger and Sean Butler checking out on the field up there.
Butler kind of closing up on Freidinger. He picked up a couple of tenths that last lap.
Yeah, Sean definitely has been really, really hot here lately. Now Freidinger, wasn't it last week Freidinger didn't make it? And,
no, he did not make the race.
And Sean wound up winning. So Sean, I believe, is at the top of the points board right now.
Yeah, he was number 1, and Brandon Thomas was number 2 coming into tonight.
Yeah, so this is going to change things up a little bit with Brandon not making it. So that's going to kind of extend that lead out for Sean a little bit, but he's going to have to maintain and finish, like really, really well here tonight.
And Robleski will probably leave here with second in the points. He was only 2 or 3 points behind Brandon Thomas, but he's having his issues. He's already lapped down, a bunch of damage on his truck. So, if Brandon shows up, he probably holds on to the spot, but family first.
That's right.
And now, Tommy Lee's kind of getting away a little bit from Mark Russell and Randy Angelini.
Yeah, we're following along here. And let's look back on Mark Russell. Yeah, he does look like he has a little bit of distance on Mark, but boy, Mark closes right up on him. He drove it into the turn really hard right there. Oh, he gets hooked and into the inside wall.
Wow.
That looked pretty bad. It looked like the number 47 there of Randy Angelini.
Randy Angeline, and he just kind of bumped him coming off and then kind of finished the job off on the exit right there.
Let's go back and take a look at this. Mark Russell. What we'll do, we will stay on this angle and we will go back and watch this. Yeah, he did get just a little bit of help there from him. We're going to go back even a little bit further and watch this as it all transpires. Randy tried to dive bomb him into the turn here. Bad choice of words. Hate that word. But he is trying to work over Mark Russell here and get a run on him. And gets him a little bit squirrely. And I think this is about where he got into the back of Mark Russell. Doesn't take much when you're on the edge like that. And did just enough of a tap that got Mark out of shape. And Mark couldn't recover from it. So Mark Russell now going to be back in 10th, I believe. No, he'll be back a little further than that, I believe.
Well, I think he just went a lap down.
Yeah, I think you're right. Freidinger come on pit road, Roger, and he gave up that top spot.
Yeah, that top spot went up to Tommy Lee there. Tommy might be the only one that didn't come in.
Well, Tommy Lee was in earlier, I believe, on a pit stop. But I'm looking here. Tommy Lee and Sean Butler both only changed 2 tires, where Freidinger changed all 4.
And that'll be the difference in position on the track right there.
Yes, sir.
Sean Butler's got to be licking his chops a little bit. I mean, he was getting away from Tommy Lee already, and now he's got Freidinger behind him. So if he can get down in line quickly, he can maybe hold on and get the lead out of this thing.
Yeah. Now Tommy Lee has been scored. He's led 4 laps now. Freidinger's led 28. Doug Lemon's 1. Sean Butler has yet to lead a lap, and he's going to be restarting on that outside. Not a good place to restart.
No, not unless you can really get a good restart. The pace car's in, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Butler and Lee on the front here. Going to restart us lap 35. Third of the way through this race. And green's in the air. We're back. Wow, Doug Lemons had to check up hard. He tried to get a good run there. And there's a hole if Butler decides to close it. Otherwise, Freidinger's going to get there on the inside, and he's going to have a problem getting down. He's not going to be able to hold second.
That Freidinger, man, is he ever driving the wheels off that thing. And he does take over second spot from Sean Butler.
Well, Butler, if he was going to do it, he had an opportunity quickly to get down and close the hole, but he chose to stay on that outside. He's going to be running third here. So let's just see how this plays out with 2 tires for him and for Tommy Lee.
A lot of pretty close racing here by this front 4. Doug Lemon's kind of fallen off just a little, but he is trying to maintain and stay right up there with them guys as they're pulling away now from 5th place.
Right. We have a big stack up on the backstretch. Not sure what caused that, but I see damage on the back of the 22 truck now.
Stephen Pearson up to 6th now after that restart. He started 21st, and here he is running in the 6th spot. And he's been keeping that truck pretty clean. That's that brand new paint job. Maybe that's what's doing it.
Maybe. I know him and Nicholas Stone have been really close together this whole race, and Pearson will close up on his bumper and can't get by him because he just can't get the position. So, you know, this deal at the front, these guys are stacked up on each other.
Lanty Jarvis in 7th. And he has a lot of damage on that car as well. Jason Sizlove in 8th. Jason looking like maybe he was going to try to get by Lanty there, but not meant to be this time. Scott Barkman now back up to 9th after that big pile up there at the beginning. Well, yeah, I guess that wasn't a big pile up. He just barely tapped the wall. Very little damage. But running back in the 9th position.
And now Pearson has gotten by Nicholas Stone into the 5th position. He's working to get away from that group now, Rudy.
Yeah, I think he wants to try to get up here and maybe mix it up with them guys, but boy, he's got a long ways to go to get up to them 3.8 seconds.
Ridinger got around Tommy Lee too. He has the lead back and he's driving away already.
Well, Tommy ought to be proud of himself. He went out there with 2 tires, and Friedinger took 4. And to be running right there, hanging on to Friedinger, that's pretty good. Him and Sean Butler only took 2 tires.
Yeah, Lee, Butler, and Lemons all stacked up there together. Now they've got Pearson giving chase to that. So, he's got a long ways to make up, but still, Tommy Lee on 2 tires, Sean Butler on 2 tires, and Lemons is behind him on 4. So, I mean, they're doing a good job on them 2 tires.
Yeah, definitely. Looking back from Tommy Lee here. Now Sean Butler gets a nose up under Tommy Lee. Doug Lemons coming right along with him as Tommy got really loose coming off of 4.
Yeah, he had to really wait on that truck to settle down before he could get back in the gas and give up both of them spots.
Man, oh man. That was unfortunate right there. Just driving it pretty hard. But only on that 2-tire change could make a difference. Tommy falling back to the 4th place and starting to lose them 2 up there, Sean Butler and Doug Lemons.
Just doesn't look like he's in rhythm right now at all. He is tail happy coming off the corners. Looks like he's really slow in the centers of the corners. He's just not comfortable at the moment, it doesn't look like.
Well, it takes a lot of patience to roll that thing around the turn, and you want to get back in the throttle. You see them guys starting to pull away from you, and you want to get back in the throttle. You get back in it just a touch too soon, and that's where that rear end wants to get a little happy on you.
Lemons has position on Butler, Rudy.
Yes, he does. And Doug Lemons, he did a 4-tire change as well.
2 tires may not be a good idea for more than about 10 laps.
Yeah. I doubt these guys are going to want to do that again. But here we are at the halfway mark this time by.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to mention that before all the action started happening. We've already reached the halfway point, so.
Yep. All right, well, Roger, watch that for a minute, and we're going to take just a quick break, and we will be right back. Okay, Roger, we are back.
Just in time, too, because the action for 4th place has heated up. Pearson's caught up, too, Tommy Lee, and he's just looking for the opening so that he can go by him. A couple times he's had an opportunity, and Tommy's closed that door on him.
And Tommy dealing with some lap-down traffic right here. Mike Vining ready to hit him. Boy, Mike's got a lot of damage on that truck.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Looks like Roy Hall really losing it. Oh, man.
Yep, Roy Hall right there in the middle of the front stretch.
Unfortunate. Just spinning around. Tried to pinch it down on that corner and just lost control. Roger.
Oh, he caught that. Well, he caught that curbing right there at the very exit of the corner and unsettled that truck, and he hit the outside wall real hard right there. Real hard.
We've got a brand new leader up front, Doug Lemons.
I didn't see when that happened.
Yeah, now everybody coming down pit road, all of our leaders. And I don't think we're going to see any two-tire changes right now. I think these leaders are going to want to probably take all 4.
Yeah, Lemons lap 56, Fridinger a little squirrely coming off of turn 2, and Lemons was there and took complete advantage and drove right home by him.
Well, we'll have to see how they come off of pit road. It looks like everybody doing a 4-tire change. And it looks like Doug Lemons is going to be out first. Fridinger out second. Sean Butler third.
Pearson 4th. Tommy Lee 5th.
Man.
Plenty of shake-up on pit road this time. Several positions changing hands.
What do you think we get down there and have a word with somebody?
Well, I'm game if you're game.
Let me know and I'll unmute the mic here for you and you can have it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Are you ready?
I am. You did.
You got it.
Sean Butler, Roger White. You got a guy.
I got you, Roger.
Well, man, that was a pretty good long run we had there. It doesn't look like 2 tires necessarily paid off for you, did it?
No, my truck didn't seem to like it too much, so got 4 on it right now. We'll see if I can challenge Doug or Gary here.
Yeah, it looked like for about 5-10 laps you were really good there, and then it started to fade a little, and Doug got by, and then, man, he took off and went up there and chased Gary down pretty good and got him too. You think you can contend on 4 tires here for the last 40 laps and maybe bring this thing home tonight?
Well, we'll see what happens. It was pretty good on that first run. I stayed right with Gary, so hopefully I got something for him here. We'll find out.
All right, man. We'll keep our eye on you, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you in Victor Circle at the end of the race, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Roger. They're doubling back up here and get ready. Go back green. Pace car is off. Green flag is out, and they're back underway here. I was sleeping on that one.
It happens kind of quick, too, really.
Yeah.
Watching this battle, Angeline real loose off it, too. Pearson got hung on the outside, and Tommy Lee got by him, and Angelina was trying to really get his nose in there and force another spot, and he got real loose and couldn't do it. So Lemons, Fridinger, Sean Butler, Tommy Lee, Stephen Pearson in your top 5 right now. Lemons showing the way. It's a pretty strong run for him.
Yeah, to get out there ahead of Fridinger like that, man, I'm telling you, he must be really hooked up, and he's got a lot of damage on the back of that truck.
He got all down the right side of that truck. Fridinger's truck clean. Butler's truck's clean. I'm curious to see, like I said before, I don't think that the little bit of damage really affects you a whole lot. That spoiler being messed up can hurt you on the exits of the corners, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him one bit.
No, he's definitely just driving the wheels off of that right now. Looking here at Fridinger, though, trying to get up to him. I look for Fridinger maybe to ride here for a little bit longer, and I think he's going to start getting a little impatient and try to make a run on him going into one of the turns.
Tommy Lee way loose off of 4 that last lap, and he gave We gave Pearson a chance to get inside. It's taking it. Oh, and it's out of Pearson sideways. Good save by him, but he's going to give up 2 spots. Wow, they were racing hard for that spot. He ends up sliding it through 1 and 2. Made a good save. He got down on that grass. It's hard to save if truck gets down on that grass.
Yeah, definitely. He'd have to be right up on that wheel, I'll tell you.
These top 3 are in lockstep with one another right now, too.
Yeah. Those 3 are going to be battling. They've got all 4 got brand new tires out here. We're coming down to 30 to go next time by. So 30 laps to go to finish this. We're going to see some great racing here, I think, at the end of this.
Yeah, this has got to feel like it could stay green for a little bit here, and if it gets down inside of 10 laps to go, that's when we're really going to find out who's got what. If they were holding anything back in the middle of this race.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go back and check on Mark Russell here. Mark running back in 10th. Kind of taking it easy around here right now. Nobody immediately around him challenging him, so he's still on the lead lap, about 14 seconds behind the leader.
He just got back on the lead lap after that last caution.
Yeah.
He took the wave around.
Just trying to kind of ride it out right now.
Yeah, that truck looks like it's really loose from the center out. He's really fighting something with that truck, so I don't expect him to be in contention here.
Roy Hall behind Pit Wall Road. Unfortunate for Roy, he just took too much damage on that thing to get it back out there.
Yeah, he took a hard lick off the wall. Randy Angeline just worked his way past Tommy Lee for 4th position right there.
David Robleski running in the 9th spot. Having a pretty good day here after that first part there where he got tangled up with somebody, I forget now, but got a lot of nose damage on that thing. But he seems to be running really well right now. Still running about 11 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, he got into that deal with Lancaster and with Landy Jarvis Jr. and it hurt his motor, so I think he's a little off the pace. I don't think that motor's up to full song.
Landy Jarvis now running in 8th. Brent Keith up to 7th.
And that's good for Keith because he put a heck of a lick into the outside wall with the back of that truck. So for him running inside that top 10, that's a pretty good job by his crew to repair that truck.
Stephen Pearson reeling in Tommy Lee. I think if he gets up there before the end of this, he could be challenging for that spot. May not have enough to win it today, but he may have enough there to pick up another spot.
Well, since Randy Angeline got by Tommy Lee, he's actually pulled out quite a bit on Tommy. Kind of looks like he's fighting a loose at exit problem with his truck. He's all over the place on that thing.
He's got a lot of damage on the back of that, and like you said, Roger, that could be affecting the handling of it with that rear spoiler kind of boogered up, you know, and make a big difference.
It doesn't grab the air and hold it. It lets it just roll out the corners, and it doesn't create any rear downforce. And it really makes the back end of the truck light when that's happening.
He is losing a little bit of time to the leaders, not a whole lot, maybe a half a tenth lap. But now he just gets by Mike Vining for when he taps the wall right there. That was not good.
Well, Mark Russell's in danger of going down. Doug Lemons is right there. He's extended his lead to about 8 or 10 truck lengths now. And he's putting trucks down, lap down pretty quick. I just watched the 19 truck of Scott Martin get real sideways off of turn 2. And the leaders are coming at him pretty good.
Doug is definitely on a rail here tonight. Boy, he must have a really kicking setup under him, I'm telling you. To beat Freidinger like that, the way he's doing it, and, you know, that says a lot for that setup that he's got underneath the hood of that thing tonight.
Most of the time when Doug is on his game, he's a really good driver. He really is quick. He's just kind of been missing it a little the last few weeks and not been on top of things, I think. And for him to have a good run tonight, that's probably going to boost his confidence quite a bit going through the rest of this season. they're going to catch Lancaster here in a minute and put him in Robleski too and put them another lap down. They just got back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Robleski did. I don't think Lancaster. I think he's several laps down, but Robleski just got onto the lead lap and he's going to go a lap down again.
And Lancaster's 15 laps down now.
Fifth place changed hands at some point while we were watching the leaders. Pearson got past Tommy Lee. We're pretty spread out now, Rudy. I think we're going green for a while here.
Yeah, I kind of figured Stephen Pearson would definitely get by Tommy Lee. I think Tommy Lee just not happy with his truck tonight. He is really struggling coming off the turns with that. He's running back here in 6th now, so yeah, down to 17 to go now. And kind of a short race for these guys tonight.
Yes, it has been.
Well, I guess on a track like this here, you don't want it to be so grueling that the guys are like dreading it.
No, but being a green flag run, as long as this one's been, I'm sure some of these guys probably wouldn't mind another 40 or 50 laps.
Brent Keith now closing up on the back of Tommy Lee, and that is for position.
Freininger just killed the wall off of 2. And he just snapped it right into the turn 4 exit wall. So he's really trying to get it down and get up to Lemons before he runs out of laps. I just don't think the truck's got it in it. Lemons has got his truck completely dialed in.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, though, Freininger hanging there right now, not far behind these guys. So these front 3, just like nose to tail. 13 laps to go, coming to 12 to go next time by. So they're getting down to it. Freidinger's still really loose coming out of the turns. He's trying to do everything he can to push that truck just as hard as he can to get up there with Lemons for this battle. Sean Butler, I think, is just going to be content to try to get this thing and finish 3rd, not to take anything out of the chances of him losing that lead. He just doesn't want to push it too much to maybe possibly wreck him out or Freidinger out. But he has closed up on Freidinger's tail. Maybe looking at it.
He's been quicker than both the leaders the last couple laps, but he's just not willing to push the issue at all. I don't think he's looking at the points. He's racing big picture, not racing for this one race, and that's a smart way to be. The challenge right now looks like it will be for 7th between Brent Keith and Tommy Lee. Tommy is just really loose right now.
Yeah, he is. I think I'm just about coming out of every single turn. He is maybe just hitting that throttle a little bit too quick, but he's pushing it for all he can push it to stay ahead of Brent Keith. But I want to get back up here to our leaders because we're coming back on. Boy, he is just pulled away. Doug Lemons has just definitely powered away from Freidinger. But Freidinger and Sean Butler still battling back here.
Yeah, Lemons is pretty much on Sunday cruise right now. 6 to go?
7 to go.
7 to go?
Yep, and Sean just closes right up on Freidinger's tail. And Sean loose that time coming off the turn.
And he's trying to get too much.
Yeah, Freidinger's loving that because the more he gets loose, the better of a chance Freidinger's got to maintain that 2nd position.
Butler drove it in real deep right there.
So he, even though he's just trying to maintain that position, maybe for points, he is also maybe trying to reel in Freidinger and try to take that 2nd spot away from him. But I just don't think he's got enough to get by Freidinger right now.
No, he's running out of laps, so he's got to make a choice. He's going to have to be really aggressive, or he's going to have to just settle. And I just don't see him getting there cleanly.
Yep. either go big or stay home, right?
Oh, big pile up on the backstretch. 44 turn to 25, and that. Oh!
Man, almost hit the leader.
That's going to do it, folks. That's going to be the end of the race.
Yeah, that is. That'll be it. Who was that spun?
I believe the 25 got turned around. I'm not 100%. I got to go back and look.
Yeah, I think it was Landy Jarvis.
Yeah, the 19 got loose, and he slowed up for him, and Size Love turned him.
Oh, yeah, yep. Oh, man, that was pretty bad. I wanted to watch this part where he tries to get that thing turned back around, and when he does, he comes right out almost into the lane of the leaders. Wow, that was close. Whew. Good save, though.
Yeah, that almost got really, really nasty right there had he not given up on trying to get that truck turned around.
So I believe that's gonna be the end of the race, and that's gonna put Doug Lemons as our winner.
Yeah, we ended up with 7 trucks on the lead lap. Not horrible. And we end up only running with 5 cautions tonight. That's really good.
Yeah, actually not bad.
The racing was really, really good. I mean, I know there's a bunch of disparity between the front and the backs, but the gaps were really big. Wow. 4th place just changed. Randy Angeline went on pit road. 4th and 5th just changed hands.
Oh, man.
On the last lap. Well, interesting occurrence. I saw Mark Martin do this several years ago, and he just lost sight of where they were. Pitted and gave up a bunch of spots. So,
all right. Well, Doug Lemons finishing this up. Probably not the way he wanted to finish it, under caution, but worked out for him. And congratulations to him on the win.
Yeah, good run.
All right. Well, Roger, give him a second here to clear the air and let me know.
Yeah, Doug is not in the team speak. Gary and Sean both are, though.
Okay.
But you can probably go anytime you're ready.
Okay. Doug Lemons, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Doug, man, you were hooked up, and even though you had damage on that truck, you brought home the win here tonight. Congratulations. Tell us about your racing.
Well, I had a good setup. There was a 4-hour practice earlier today and came up with a pretty decent setup. It took about 15 laps for it to start working now.
Well, it looked like it. I mean, y'all tried, a few of the guys tried them 2 tire changes and figured out it did not work out here on this track. And I seen you take 4, and that last pit stop, you come out in the lead with a great pit stop, and I believe it was almost the fastest. Sean beat you off the pit road with just a little quicker time, but you come out in the first spot and never looked back. Freidinger was back there. Was you worried about him maybe trying to make a late run on you or not?
Oh, I'm always worried about him. He's real good. You can't take anything for granted when he's close.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun out there, Doug. Congratulations on your win, and you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Just my teammates, Glove Box Racing, and I'd like to thank Midnight Motorsports for doing this. It's a lot of fun on Sunday nights.
Okay, Doug. Again, congratulations on your win here tonight. I know it means a lot to you, and great racing out there, and thank you for talking with us, buddy.
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it.
All right, Roger, you got second place in here?
Yeah, Gary Freidinger, are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, I know you, in practice, you were the guy to look for speed, and you were the guy at the beginning of the race that was just dominating this thing. and walk us through your race and tell us what happened. You come home second, still a great finish, but kind of tell us what the turning point was.
Yeah, I mean, beginning of the race started out really great. I mean, the truck was good for about 20 laps or so, and you know, with all the cautions and everything we were having at the beginning, it was kind of working in my favor. But after about 20 laps was about the turning point there. I just had to be real easy on throttle coming off the corners, and I had to watch my wheel input. If I put too much wheel in it, just want to snap out on me. So it just got real loose. But Doug, he drove a great race, man. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun and had a great time.
Well, you never did take 2 tires, and some of the other guys tried that. Had you already made up your mind that you weren't ever going to take 2 tires, or had you tried it in practice and it just didn't feel right?
No, it didn't even cross my mind. Didn't try it in practice, nothing. It just never even thought about it. I always wanted 4 because I knew I tried doing some long runs in practice, and I just knew how loose I was getting, and I was trying to correct that, and I just wasn't having any luck with it. So I always wanted 4, and I figured the first part of the run I could work my way up, and just hopefully I could hold them off.
Well, Butler challenged you a little bit there the last 10 or 15 laps. You end up holding him off. You come home second. Man, it was a good run. I know you enjoy racing with these guys, and Sean's usually the guy that challenges you the most. Were you worried for a second that maybe you might end up third on the podium instead of second?
Oh yeah, I was keeping my eye on a relative, but like I said, I just had to keep focusing on being easy on throttle coming off and not, putting too much wheel into it. But yeah, I was definitely keeping an eye on him. He was killing me on entry, and I had to slow it up, a lot on entry just to try to get a more straight run coming off.
Yeah, we saw you several times get sideways, man. Still, great finish, good run tonight. Is there anybody that might be watching that you need to say hello to, or a sponsor to give a shout out to?
I'd just like to thank the guys, PMG, Doug, great race. He did a great job. Sean, me and him always have some good battles, so that was a lot of fun. And you guys up there in the booth, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Gary. Rudy, you got Sean Butler?
Yeah, Sean, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Well, great job on your finish there. You come home third. Probably a good safe move, maybe to try to hang on to the points lead. I'm not sure if that probably did do it. I'm sure it probably did. But anyhow, congratulations on the third spot. And if it would have stayed green, was you going to try to get by Fridinger or not?
I was. He was definitely a little, just a tick slower than I was on that long run. He was fighting loose off. I was fighting a little tight in the center of the corner, and I tried backing it off and trying to get into the corner a little different. It didn't change my tight in the center, so I just kept running my line. And yeah, he was, like you said, he was getting into the corner a little slower, and I was just hoping. I saw him touch the wall a couple times. I was hoping once I got close to him that he would do it again and give me the opportunity to get on his inside. It just didn't happen. I wasn't gonna force the issue there running third, so I don't know what would have happened if it stayed green.
Well, it was probably a good safe move on your part, Sean. Not taking a chance on maybe wrecking both of you or wrecking him out, and that wouldn't end well. We know how that goes. But anyhow, congratulations to you on your third spot. Any other part of the race that you wanted to kind of point out that was maybe like the green flag run? Was that a good thing? 2-tire change didn't work out for you?
Well, the way we started that run, and me and once we got a nice long green flag run at the beginning of that race, I thought it was just going to be me and Gary up there, and then that 2-tire stop, and then here comes Doug, man. Holy crap, he was fast, and it was just that 2 tires. I didn't think it was going to really affect it that much, so we didn't really have that many green flag laps, and it was loose like Gary was talking about towards the end of his last run there. It was just, I couldn't believe it, but caution. I'm glad the caution came out again because I definitely needed 4 tires, so I'll take a third.
Well, that probably kind of solidified your point lead a little bit, being as Brandon Thomas was in second and he didn't come in tonight. He had another commitment, but it should have extended your lead by just a little bit over him. How does that make you feel?
It's awesome to be leading the points here. You know, it's such strong competition with Gary and all these guys in here. It's just, you know, I just had some fortunate races in the beginning of the season, which really propelled me out there. And you know, I had a couple bad ones the last 2 weeks, and then right back up to front again. So it's just been a great season so far.
Well, this track right here shows you've got to have patience. It's all about throttle and braking management, tire management. So, you know, you did well on that part right there. You tried the 2 tires and that didn't work. You come back out on that last pit stop with 4 tires, and you maintained. You hung in there with these guys, stayed on Freidinger's tail the remainder of the race, and I think you definitely showed your strength out here running with these guys up front. Doug Lemons definitely had the setup here tonight. Like he said, it come in after about 15 laps, and you guys just couldn't do nothing with them. But great racing out there, Sean. Congratulations on your 3rd spot. And anybody you want to say hello to?
I just want to thank these guys for a good, clean race up front there, and you guys for doing a great job up in the booth, and looking forward to next week at Darlington.
Oh, brother. All right, well, let's run down some stats, Roger, real quick here. Doug Lemons did lead the most laps here tonight, beating Freidinger by 3 laps. So he led 46 and led the most important one, the last one. So, all right, let's see. We only had a couple different leaders. Let's check it out here. We had 7 cautions, 9 lead changes. So great race out there. 7 cautions was a little bit much, but actually not bad. Some green flag runs in there. It was pretty good. Run down through the results here. Doug Lemons, our winner, of course. Gary Freidinger in 2nd. Sean Butler 3rd. Stephen Pearson in 4th. Tommy Lee finishing 5th. Brent Keith 6th. David Robleski 7th. Randy Angelin, however you say that, in 8th spot. Lanty Jarvis Jr. 9th. And Mark Russell 10th. Roger?
William Tony 11th, Nicholas Stone 12th. The 13th position went to Jason Sizlove. Mike Vining ends up 14th tonight. Scott Bartman 15th. Ron Cole 16th. David Lancaster's in 17th. Roy Hall 18th. And Rick Walker did not make the grid, but we will count him as the 19th place finisher just because he got the old no electricity, you're disconnected.
There you go. All right, well, Roger, sum up the race there for us, buddy.
Great race. I mean, a little bumpy early in the first 15 laps. You know, we had 3 cautions there. You know, sometimes that can set the tone for a race, but these guys got a little spread out after that. A couple of really good long runs, and the end was a great finish. Lemons just, you know, I don't know if he made any adjustments to the truck during the race, but he was really fast the last half of this race. Kind of took it over. Ends up winning going away. If the caution doesn't come out, I think he's still stretching it out as we get to the checks. But it was a great race, a lot of fun. Short track, and these guys actually end up, you know, showing a lot of patience for the most part racing the track. We saw loose trucks, but yeah, you're going to have that here. I don't care what mod you're in. You're going to see guys getting loose off the corners. It's just a product of this short track racing. All in all, fantastic race. I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys handle Darlington next week.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a handful. That's a monster of a track, I'm telling you. The kind of narrow passing in the turns. One set of turns is pretty fast. The other set, you got to slow down. Wide front stretch, wide back stretch, but the turns are tight. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, all right, well, thank you, Roger, and thanks for tuning in here at watching the Midnight Motorsports running here at Martinsville. Congratulations to our winner, Doug Lemons, and thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV.